Good evening. This is my second or third time since the COVID years being able to be on the call for the virtual version of the EI Valley Star Credit Union 300. And man, thanks for the invite. I'm not doing anything except listening to the wind and the rain in North Carolina and watching a little football. And we're going to have some fun here. 200 laps, and it's kind of a mock version of what will be the Valley Star Credit Union 300 for what tomorrow will be in the afternoon. So remember, tomorrow's race is on Sunday afternoon. Qualifying begins at, of course, 3 o'clock or 1 o'clock with the qualifying races. And the big show's at 5 o'clock. So going to be a fun time at Martinsville. And we're going to have a virtual fun time tonight, Cody, here at the Paperclip. That's right. Let's get the starting lineup. It's going to be Landon in the back of the. We're going to go from the front to the back. Okay, we're going to go from the. Let's go to the front row. Okay, Landon Huffman, of course, on the pole. Driving, of course, for Autos by Nelson. Chad McCumbee, the South Carolina driver, row number 1. Deke McCaskill from Raleigh, the 08. David Hall from Wake County, the 666, row number 3. Finds Peyton Sellers and Doug Barnes, of course, from Maryland. Row number 4, Carson Quapple, leader of the car store, and of course last year's car store champion, and Connor Hall, the 2023 NASCAR Division 1 champion, the 77. Top 10 will find Vincent Salas and Carson Brown in the 42. Yeah, the rest of the lineup, including Brandon Clements, William Hill, row number 10. Row number 11 will find Jason Kitzmiller, Mike Looney, of course, a former winner of this race. Mason Diaz from Manassas, Virginia. Bobby McCarty from Summerville, North Carolina. Fast qualifier in the real Valley Star 300 last night. A $5,000 payday. Trim Barnes, Carter Langley, South Boston late model champion of the 5. Ethan Johnson, Blake Lothian, Jordan Blair, Minnie Tyrell, Jacob Hefner, and Ross Dalton make a Pro 16. And of the 34 starters, Butterbean, Brendan Queen, and Ryan Demers in the 64. There's your lineup. Well, we'll just see how things play their cards out. Obviously, there's 3 stages in the event this year. 200 laps the distance, 100 laps in stage 1, 75 laps in stage 2, and the always exciting 25-lap shootout coming to the green here at Martinsville. Time for the 2023 EI Valley Star 300, and we're green flag here at the Paperclip. Going to be Huffman leading the charge off into the turn. Huffman, McCumbee up there on the top, looking inside. Look at McCaskill trying to find something work on the bottom. We're 1 lap in, 99 to go in stage 1 here at Martinsville. Right now, watching them working off the corner again. And I think we saw a couple of cars giggle there for just a moment. Look at now the 61 machine driving in there on the bottom. There's now all of this great race action going on as everybody is working their way in the opening go here with now 197 to go, working 3 laps of this race. And here they're all scattered with one another. There's Connor Hall, Brandon Clements, Tyler Millington, Ryan Millington, all in this mix now. 3 wide as they stick it in the middle out of 4. Yeah, right now watching them again as they come across the line. We're a couple of handful laps into this one now as working now Mike Looney inside Ryan Millington. All this going on to the back straightaway. Great action continues here as Huffman, McCaskill, Sellers, Barnes, Quapple, top 5. Huffman has checked out. Everybody scatters their way back into turn number 1 and 2, trying to find groove. It's Huffman leading them by 5 car lengths to the back stretch going to 3. Yeah, that's exactly right. Trying to see how all this goes on as they work their way down the front straightaway. Huffman, McCaskill, Sellers, Barnes, Quapple, top 5. Looking on the inside now. Look at now Peyton Sellers battling now with McCaskill up on the outside lane. Former champion here of this race last year. Former NASCAR, multiple-time Division I champion in the Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series. Deke McCaskill, former Cars Tour champion. One of the greats of late models at Kinley at Southern National. Battles for second as they work into turn number 3. Yeah, right now it's Landon Huffman, Peyton Sellers, Dick McCaskill, Doug Barnes. Of course, the heir, Doug Barnes, and it's going to be followed by Vincent Sallis, Carson Quapple, Landon Pimbleton, Speedy Bird, Chad McCumbee, Michael O'Brien, your top 10. That's the way it stands right now. Still a long way to go here at the Ville in this virtual Valley Star 300 of 2023. The leaders work their way down the front straightaway again, working lap number 12. Yeah, he's definitely got a pretty good, strong run going for him right now. That 22 Autos by Nelson Toyota working now back into the corner. The Solid Rock Carriers on the car. Right now back into turn number 1 and 2 to the back stretch. It's Huffman the leader, Sellers, McCaskill. Look at now Connor Hall battling on the bottom. McCumbee in front of him in tow. Pimbleton up on the outside. Kid Miller also in that mix. All this going on in the big gaggle of traffic inside the top 15. Across the line, another lap in the board here as Huffman is still the man out in front. Sellers in that second spot. Look at Connor Hall now battling with Pimbleton for this spot. This is in the top 10, as he's also got McCumbee up in front of him. That's McCumbee, Hall, Pimbleton, Kitzmiller. That's now into the top 10 behind the top 5 as they work their way back into turn number 1. We're closing in on 17. And we'll remember, it is, of course, 83 laps to go in stage 1 here in the Virtual Valley Star 300. Another lap being put on the board here now as we continue to watch Huffman running away with this thing. Obviously here in the early going. There he is on the front stretch in his own world right now. Landon Huffman hitting his marks perfectly from, of course, the town of it's just outside of Hickory, Claremont, North Carolina. Yeah, I was my dad works for cargo transporters, and they're out of Claremont, North Carolina. That's exactly where the Claremont, North Carolina native is, a 2-time Hickory Motor Speedway late model champion. Of course, now driving for the Autos by Nelson team. Won some crazy cars tour events this year. Never will forget the wild one, of course, at the Dominion Raceway earlier in the season. And there's Sellers right now. Let's pick up the second place, man. And there's the interval. About a half a straightaway. The Danville Toyota. Clarence's Steakhouse, Toyota number 26. By the way, if you ever go to Martinsville, Clarence's Steakhouse is where you need to go. They got some bomb diggity food. Clarence's Steakhouse just down the road from the Speedway. Deke McCaskill right there in tow from Raleigh, North Carolina. The Pure Year Tank Lines number 08. And there's your top 3. Carson Quapple. He's in the 4th spot. In that, of course, Bass Pro Tracker Boats number 8 machine for Junior Motorsports. He sits in 4th. Barnes, Air Doug Barnes from Maryland in your top 5. And, of course, that is the way it stands right now. And we are knocking these laps off quickly here in stage 1, no doubt, Cody. I like this one better, actually, just being honest. Yeah, but the problem is you've also got, of course, Deke McCaskill right there in his crosshairs as well. So if he makes one wrong slip, he's going to be right there to capitalize on it as they work down our way into turn number 1 again. Another lap from this camera angle. Obviously, we'll go back to some more action shots in a moment as we're making some adjustments on timing and scoring. But looking now at the Sellers machine, trying to reel in the leader. Deke McCaskill right there behind him as they come storming off of turn number 4. There's one of your if you will, digger camera shots. I love them. Coming out of turn 3 and 4 here at Martinsville. And boy, oh boy, you see the interval. And obviously, I'm surprised, actually, going 30 laps into this race quickly. Green Flag Racing here in stage 1 of the Valley Star Credit Union 300 AI race here at Martinsville for iRacing. And I'll be honest with you, Cody, I'm surprised. I was going to say that Landon Huffman has not overtaken any lap traffic yet, as Barnes now battles with some traffic in front of him. That's Doug Barnes, McCumbee, Pimbleton, all going at it for that spot there, going in it for 4th, 5th, and 6th in the turn 1. All of this going on again with another lap on the board here as we're marking lap number 32 of 200 here in stage one. Everything going perfectly for these drivers at the paperclip. It is again Landon Huffman continuing to lead. Peyton Sellers in second. Deke McCaskill in third. There you see some telemetry on David Hall in the 66 machine from Raleigh, North Carolina. He is right now 11th as they work their way into turn number one. Oh, yeah. He was announced by NASCAR as the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Division 1 Weekly Series National Champion. So yes, what a big tip of the cap for Bill Mullis, Chuck Hall, and everybody there at the of course Larry King Law's Langley Speedway to have Connor Hall and another Virginian be the North Carolina or the national champion of the Advanced Auto Parts NASCAR Late Model Weekly Series program. And then you've got, of course, Brendan Queen. Let's show him real quickly. Butterbean, Brendan Queen. He's leading the Virginia Triple Crown right there on the track, patiently on the speedway right now, battling alongside Ross Boo Boo Dalton. This is going on in front of also the 59 to Lothian. He's in the top 25. Just kind of quietly climbing his way up to the show. As right now, again, there's still a lot of racing left to go. Here's we're only working lap 40, closing in. Hey, Cody, I don't think there's any audio coming out of Facebook, brother. Just so you know. It's just the sound of the cars. I just checked it. I think we have audio now. So, yeah, I think we have audio now. So. All right, so we're working now lap number 40 of 200. And it is Huffman, McCaskill, Sellers, 1, 2, and 3 in this EI Valley Star Credit Union 300. And again, Cody, right now it is still Landon Huffman, the leader, man. What a big lead he's got at that 22. There he is at the line again over McCaskill. Over Sellers, 1, 2, and 3 the interval, and it is all Landon Huffman continuing to hit his marks here as he works turn number 3. Nobody can catch him, and of course, still got clean air inside out of 4. There's a glimpse of lap traffic in the way, closing in.
Yeah, we're gonna go here on the drone cam and see if we can see just how far ahead he is. Doesn't look like that camera's gonna show it, so we're gonna try to see if we can get him right here on the backstretch. We'll see just how far he is as you see the cars there working off the backstretch. Awesome view right there. Tyrell, and there he is. There's the distance, Weston.
Yep. Yeah, there he is. And there's the top 3, top 4. Actually, top 4 have pulled away from even 5th place on back because there goes 5th with Barnes. All behind those cars now as they work their way with Salas in that number 6 position. McCumbee Hall, Hamilton Hall, top 10. That's the way it stands right now. Stage 1, closing in on 55 to go. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I was just going to say, very interesting, you know, and Wesley, I say it over and over again, but this race does not go like this in real life. I don't think I've ever seen a year where they run 50-some laps with no caution. So,
I was about to say, don't jinx it, man. I'm making good time. I might actually be able to go to bed before 10 o'clock tonight. Shut up.
so definitely interesting. Seeing these guys go 50 laps, and hopefully they can do it tomorrow night, as they're starting on a Sunday night at 5 o'clock, and a lot of people got to drive home. So, and they still got to do.
Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Yeah, so everything starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Gates open up at 11 at Martinsville for the rescheduled Valley Star Credit Union 300. It will be on Flow Racing. It will also be on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR, for the radio call at mrn.com, and on a couple of Virginia, Carolina MRN radio affiliates. I know that much. But I will tell you that as well that heat races start at 1 o'clock. Heat races, those 4 25-lap heat races. Remember, just because you qualified 89 cars yesterday, nobody locked in like it's been before. Everyone's got to go to the alphabet soup and go through a heat race to transfer in. I think they're taking the top 10, and then they have 40 cars right there. That's how they lock them in. No, correction, top 11. So there's top 11 will make the 44-car field for the race tomorrow, and the green flag is at 5 o'clock for tomorrow night. And I think it's going to be really cool because, honestly, if they play it right, Cody, it's going to be at a 5 o'clock start time. You're probably going to see about an hour or two in daylight, and it will probably finish under the lights at nighttime because we know how crazy the Martinsville Valley Star Credit Union 300 is.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely crazy. And another big thing, I think the heat races are even going to be crazy because, usually, Wesley, they have a last chance race. They're not doing a last chance race this year.
Not anymore. They haven't done that for about 2 years now. They've done away with those last chance qualifiers. There used to be 3 heat races with about 30 cars in each, and then that last chance qualifier race. Man, I remember that one year I was there working TV at 2019, 2020, I think it might have been. Well, we didn't run it because of COVID. 2019, 2018, and Cody, it took almost 2.5 hours to run a 25-lap last chance qualifier race. Hell, it took an hour and 15 minutes to run a 25-lap heat race.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I like the last chance races because, like I said, it's a last chance to make the show. But to me, especially in a place like here, these guys are going to, a lot of these guys build a race car strictly for this race. So, their job is to get in the race, so they're going to, most of them try to do any means necessary. People like, I will use Ross Dalton for an example. Somebody that works in his shop, works on his own race car, a lot of these guys have teams. They have 12, 13, 14 guys to go help him, where Ross has got to find guys to go help him. So that's a big deal when you have to race a last chance race. And I believe the last chance race they raced, Ross Dalton actually won it and made it in the race.
Yeah, he did. Cody, give me a second. I'll be back. I'm eating some chicken chili.
Sounds good. As we see Landon up, and
I'm not eating it. I'm taste testing it is what I'm doing.
Gotcha. As we see Landon up and working through 1 and 2, as we see Curtis Lanier and Minnie Tyrell. They're looking to be the first cars to go a lap down here. Bobby McCarty. Hopefully Bobby McCarty's not running last, as he's been fastest all Friday afternoon, and qualified on the pole. So hopefully he can win his heat race and not have to be back there in the lap. But you never know. It's Martinsville, and everybody knows how Martinsville goes. 60 laps on the board, though.
30 to go.
30 to go, yep. And Deke McCaskill is running down Landon Duffy. Like, he went from a 2.5 second lead over second place to Deke McCaskill has brought it to about a 1.5 seconds. So he's completed almost a whole second lap lead on Landon Duffy. And lap traffic's probably going to play even more of a big favor with how hard it is to pass at this track.
Well, Cody, we're getting hit by Tropical Storm Ophelia. It's been windy and rainy for the last day or so. My entire race announcing obligation weekend plans got washed out. So I was supposed to go to Pennsylvania, and then I was going to go to Martinsville, but I was like, nope, not going to go because of the weather. Obviously we're racing tomorrow, but sitting at home and watching football and eating some chili because it is technically the first day of fall now. Summer is gone for everybody that I don't think summer's officially done yet, Cody. I think it's still going to rear its ugly head for at least one more big burst of 90-degree temperatures after these tropical storms clear up in the Carolinas. But what I will say is that today is the first day of fall. It is a perfect day for chili. And it's like 60 degrees outside, and I'm having regular chili, and then I'm having white chicken chili. And if you ain't never had it before, Cody, look it up. I was being a guinea pig taste tester. That's why I stepped away for a moment. And it's really, really good. White chicken chili.
That sounds so good. I had pork chop because it was
pork chops.
Yeah, it's 66 degrees here. And I was actually going to go to Anderson to race.
That's right. That's right.
I see he's going to go watch Steve Austin race, and he's up here driving one of these late model cars for somebody. And,
that crazy nut.
and
we ain't talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin either, people. He's crazy as hell, too.
You're right. Steve Austin might as well be Stone Cold for some of the stuff he does.
Yes. Pretty cool to see him make the trip. I think he said he left the other day 18 hours. He drove all the way to Anderson, Indiana. Obviously, I've been there before for the Red Bud 400 and for some other race announcing obligations in the years past. And that's a pretty bad track, man. If you ain't never been to Anderson Speedway, put the little 500 on your bucket list on Memorial Day in Indianapolis before the 500 Saturday night at Anderson Speedway. And in addition to that, obviously, the Red Bud 400, which used to be, Cody, on a Monday. Now it's like on a Saturday night, and I don't know if me and Mr. Rick Dawson were kind of texting about that about a month or so ago. I don't know if I per se agree with that. I think we should go back to the Monday night.
Yeah, I definitely like it, and I went to not last year's little 500, or this year's little 500, but last year's little 500, and I was actually talking. It's a crazy race. I will say this: the rewind start, craziest. Amazing. But I was talking to
410 non-wing sprint cars. People don't realize how fast they are also.
Yeah, they are moving like me and my old lady went. We sat on the bottom, and the car's going by. You're sitting so close to the car. You're not really sitting close to the track, but the cars are going so fast, and the car's so close to the wall that you feel the wind off of it. And we were talking to the beer guy, and he was saying that $17,000 was sold in 1 hour worth of beer. So
probably so.
Yeah, amazing race though. I've never been to the Red Bud 400. That's another one of my bucket lists. And another one of my bucket lists is to go to Speedrome. And Welsey, Deep McCaskill has caught Landon Huffman.
He has caught him, looking for that second spot. Now running down the leader, and there's lap cars as a pick up in the way. Got a couple of lap machines in the way, clear a path, and they got to try to find a way to get through them here now. Got to think things are going to get interesting in the back of the pack now. The 2-car under attack with some other machines. On the risk of going a lap down, at least there's Curtis Lanier on the outside. Here comes now McCaskill. Powers alongside Huffman. Huffman's got clean air on the bottom. McCaskill got a lap traffic car on the front of the outside of him. And right now, Huffman's got the clear lane. He's going to make it work. And by the way, we are closing in on lap 75 and 25 to go in stage 1 here at Martinsville.
Yes, Dick McCaskill's showing them, hey, I can make the outside work. I don't need just the bottom. And I said earlier he was running him down, and he's definitely has ran him down. I mean, he has ran him down from 2.5. Peyton Sellers is right there. Lap traffic's in the way. You know, Welsey, we're about to see a 3-car battle. Like top 4 has checked out. Carson Waffle, you see back there on the top of the screen. He's checked out from 5th. Doug Barnes, as we look back here, everybody kind of just single file, everybody kind of right. Right now, the cars to watch is the lead, battle for the lead right here. With Landon Huffman, Deke McCaskill. Is Deke McCaskill still showing strong on outside here at lap 76?
Close it in on 25 laps remaining here in stage 1. It's going to be Huffman on the bottom, McCaskill up on the outside. He'll pull away by a car length down to the bottom of the racetrack of the groove of the apron. They work the back stretch now. Here into turn 3. Drives hard to the bottom of the flat. It's Huffman battling McCaskill for the lead out of 4 at Martinsville.
Yeah, Deke McCaskill showing why he is one of the best here, whether it be virtual or whether it be real life. He's showing why he is one of the best and known to be one of the best. Huffman, take no credit from him, the Claremont kid. His dad was amazing. Run a bunch of I think what was it Bush Cup series?
Goody's Dash series, right? Says Robert Huffman. You're exactly right. Robert Huffman, Shane Huffman, that's the name that's been synonymous to the racing world as well in the garage area. And now, the kid from Claremont, Landon Huffman, cutting his stripes here in Martinsville, battling in that Autos by Nelson Toyota. Down to the inside, McCaskill clears him. He goes to the lead. Sellers is closing in. Defending winner last year. Top 3 single file out of turn 2 on lap 80.
Yes, Sellers closing in that lead too, or closing in on Huffman. You got to begin to wonder, did Huffman burn his tires up here early on, trying to drive away, or was that part of his tire scraping strategy? So definitely looking at it as Huffman trying to work back on Deep McCaskill here down the back stretches. Deep McCaskill looking to put Curtis Lanier lap down minutes. We got coming to 20 to go here for stage number 1.
Curtis Lanier up on the bottom of the racetrack. Mason Diaz up on the outside. Also Lane Briggs' car on the outside lane as well of the 99. This is all going on in the top 30 as all of this happens here. Laps winding down in Martinsville. And by the way, that was Boland in the 67 car that used to look like the 99 of Lane Briggs. They come to the line. It is of course 20 to go, as of course Cody mentioned, and now we've got leaders mixed in with lap traffic and back marker cars to the back straightaway on lap 83 coming to the line.
As we look up ahead here, we got Jacob Hefner, Ryan Millington, Trent Barnes, myself, Wesley, out there in that V1 bomber machine, battling for the 19th, 20th, 21st, and from here on back, it looks about like a hornet's nest. Cars everywhere, cars scattered, and your leaders are starting to work on these guys as well.
Yeah, they certainly are, and right now kind of keeping an eye, watching all of this happening. By the way, Cody Demers celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Cody, in about less than 3 hours, will be celebrating his 15th birthday.
Yeah.
Cody, how old are you going? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. we're all still kids at heart, by the way. Hey, listen, next Saturday, I'll be the big 40. The big 40.
I'll be 27 tomorrow.
There you go, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, birthday next Sunday, October 1st, I'll be celebrating the birthday. So, and I'll be on the road. I'll be announcing races, doing football Thursday night, driving to Kentucky Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday at Virginia at Pulaski County with Flow Racing. All 3 days, by the way, Flow Racing broadcast coverage. Same coverage as the Valley Star Credit Union 300. I'll be on the broadcast call for those in Kentucky and Virginia. And yes, I'll be celebrating, Cody, my 40th birthday, the big 4-0 at a racetrack, doing what I love. I love my job. I love what I get to do announcing. And what better thing to do on the day of your birth than being able to have a passion for what you have and make a living doing it. So, yes.
Oh, yeah, man. I've enjoyed doing this, broadcasting stuff. I just had a baby, so I kind of took a break.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So I've been handling all that, and finally starting to get back on the grind a little bit, trying to work myself back into it here for the virtual NASCAR Valley Star Credit Union 300. And enjoying it so far. I'll be 27 tomorrow, so it's crazy to think that when Wesley met me, Wesley was a youngin'. I think Wesley was probably 27 years old, and I was when I first met him.
So I started announcing at 13 years old. By the way, we're closing in on the end of stage 1 with about 10 laps remaining. I started announcing at 13 years old, and yeah, I think I was probably in my mid-20s when I first met you at Carteret County and at Jacksonville at now New River All-American Speedway, formerly known as Coastal Plains Raceway. So been doing it a long time. 40 years next Sunday, 30 years of my life I've been holding a microphone in some shape or form, and man, I've been blessed thanks to the good Lord above, and being able to work with great people like yourself, man, it's good, and God's good, and you got a new baby, the wife is happy, and you're happy, and man, I hate you had to move up to Indiana to get it done. I wish you'd have stayed in the Carolinas, but everybody's got to do what they got to do.
Me too, man. I wish I would have too, man. Ever since I moved here, I've had a lot of opportunities. If I was back home in North Carolina, but you know, I always tell everybody the best thing that ever happened to me was getting away from North Carolina. So
well,
definitely, you know, the way I look at it is, we see Peyton Sellers. He's trying to get around that number 22 machine, and just doesn't have the momentum to do it. And Deke McCaskill.
I can't believe we're coming up on lap 100 in stage 1 of this race, and we've not had one yellow flag, not one slip, not one spin, not one slam in the wall. These guys, this is the reason why I know it's an AI race, but these are the best of the best in late model racing across the region and the national level, and that's why you're watching them put on a great show here tonight at Martinsville.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's crazy to think, because Curtis Lanier, mini stock driver, you know, I hate to say that, like we said, we know it's AI racing, but he's out there, I mean, running street stocks now, Wesley, in real life. I mean, I actually, and God be with me when I say this, but I believe he actually was the one that bought Gary Rochelle Jr.'s street stock before Gary passed away. So, you know, that's got to be tough for him.
Yeah, they've got a big street stock race coming up in October 7th at New River All-American Speedway. Andy Marquise was telling me about it the other night, and obviously Anthony and Tanya Goodyear putting on a special event to pay respects to Gary Rochelle Jr. He was a good friend. I called many races at the racetrack whenever me and the late Mike Leggett was announcing in the booth over there in Jacksonville. I think that's probably not the first time I ever met you, Cody, and man, you know, sad to hear some of these great people that I've come to know in my life in the industry passing, but life rolls on. They would want us to continue to do things in their memory, and yeah, Curtis Lanier did purchase Gary Rochelle Jr.'s race car. You see him right there in that Miller 2 Toyota, battling alongside the leader, Deke McCaskill, getting by him. That's Landon Huffman in second, and we are closing in on the end of stage 1 here in the mock EI Valley Star Credit Union 300 for Martinsville. Deke McCaskill representing the capital of North Carolina. Raleigh leads the way as the laps wind down here in the paperclip in stage 1.
Yeah, and you're going to see on the screen, it's going to show something.
I don't know what we're seeing. We're seeing something here. I don't know what we're watching. And there's the caution. There it is. End of stage 1 here at Martinsville. Deke McCaskill winning stage 1. Getting it done from Raleigh, North Carolina. Wow. So now, stage number 2. Oh, yeah, here you go. Look at this. Race summary. Yeah, 99. Well, yeah, 100 laps to go. Still working lap 100 now. Cautions 0. Lead changes 5. And I think everybody's going to be coming to pit road, no doubt. You just got done running 100 laps. Every one of the lead laps coming to pit road and taking off tires and fuel now. Cody, no doubt about it. This is what's going on.
Yes, we see many Tyrell and them staying out, but I believe they're staying out trying to get their laps back.
Yeah.
You know, but like you said, the whole field, I believe, is coming down pit road here to get fresh driver, some gas, to duke it out. And Wesley, I ask everybody this, and I want to get your opinion. Do you like the asphalt in the corners, or did you like the grass? I hear a lot of people that like the grass because it kind of gives them a more visual than what the asphalt does of where the curb is.
So I will tell you this much. I've seen it in both forms. I will tell you that I am a fan of the fan in me likes the grass because obviously you can bonsai and drive in the grass and slide and change off the surfaces and see some crazy things happen because of it. Now, the racer in me likes the flat like it is now because honestly, you know, there's the opportunity where you can drive in the flat. You might get pushed down to the bottom. That's a great view from the aerial view right now, and you can kind of force your way back up on the racetrack. And you know, let's say you're going 3 and 4 wide. Well, this opportunity with that apron being what it is now, you can be able to see that happen, and you're not worried about spinning in the grass and crashing and things of that nature. So yeah, man, I'm a fan of the pavement on the apron. I am, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm a fan of the grass line. So it's neat to see, how everybody, likes it. As we're
a fan in me likes the grass. I mean,
right.
So.
Right. Well, the biggest memory I can remember with the grass is when Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth. When Matt Kenseth took out Joey Logano. That's probably one of my most vivid memories about Martinsville.
Yeah.
As we're going to take a quick look here, Wesley, at the weather. 67 degrees, cold. It's about like it is here in real life. 78 degree track temp north at about 2 mile an hour northwest. Currently overcast. So they definitely got the weather here in Indiana. So definitely neat to see there. As we're getting one to go here, Wesley.
Yeah, we're going to get the one to go indication. We'll try this again. By the way, again, remember, the real Valley Star Credit Union 300 is tomorrow. Broadcast coverage on Flow Racing beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, the 200-lap feature is 5 o'clock Eastern tomorrow on Flow Racing. And the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR, will have broadcast coverage of it as well. We're ready to go. 100 laps in. 75 for stage number 2 in this event to 175, and we went clean and green in stage 1. What will stage 2 entail? Pace car is in, back to the Geico restart zone. They roar back across the flag stand. They flash into turn number 1. We're ready to go back to it again, and it's McCaskill on the jump in front of Quapple, in front of Sellers, in front of Huffman McCumbee as they work into turn 3.
Yeah, Quapple picked up 2 positions there. Huffman lost 2 positions there on the pit stop. Not sure what happened to Landon Huffman, but dropped 2 spots there. They're still side by side. Quapple working on the outside of Deep McCaskill, trying to show him, hey, the outside line's coming in. Is that where you want to be? Is they're still side by side off to 3, Wesley?
McCaskill down to the inside on that flat apron of the racetrack, trying to keep from going on the apron there as they work off that part out of turn 4. McCaskill hugs the bottom. There comes Quapple. He'll stay right there door to door with him. He loses ground by half a car length. Sellers will now climb the banking along with Huffman as they work off 2.
Landon Huffman, the guy that just qualified on the pole from the invert from the heat races. He's working in forward, trying to work around. Sellers on the outside. Sellers trying to work there. Connor Hall, somebody that was way in the back, gained a lot of positions there on the pit stop, Wesley. He's working up into the 5th position.
Believe it or not, I know I did say banking, and this is not a lie. There actually is banking here at Martinsville Speedway. It's more flat. Yes, it is known as a flat track, short track, half mile, but there is banking. More banking than on the straightaway, but we watch him climb that banking now. Here comes Sellers. He'll power alongside Huffman. Huffman up the hill. Here comes Connor Hall to the bottom as they work the back stretch.
What a battle we're seeing here. 3 cars for 3rd place. 3rd, 4th, and 5th is what you're watching here. The 26 of Peyton Sellers, Landon Huffman in the 75 or 22. I'm so used to him in the 75. He's in the 22 though. Connor Hall, the 77, that blue machine. He's looking to the inside of Landon Huffman. Landon Huffman stuck on the outside as they work off the blue.
Man, I'm so impressed again. No yellow flags whatsoever so far in this event. Everybody minding their P's and Q's, doing a phenomenal job. Working lap 107, 105, of 200. This will go to lap 175. Still a 25-lap shootout in the 3rd and final stage. Right now, it's McCaskill. He leads the way. Quapple, Sellers, 1, 2, and 3 as they work the front straightaway back into turn number 1. They might go 3 wide as they go into the corner with Kitts Miller on the bottom.
As we look here, as they work down the back stretch. Go on the digger cam, Wesley's favorite camera. And
down the front. I love that view, by the way. I love the view. I mean, I love the digger camera, but I love that view as well. Stay right there with it. Here they come at full speed coming out of 4. Look at how fast they come to the line. Look at this. Bam, right there. Yeah. I love that view. All right. I got it again.
We see him. Oh!
Oh, boy. Hold on there. A little bobble there for just a second. They'll hold it together. McCaskill, Quaffle, Sellers, 1, 2, and 3. And this is going on in about the top 20, if you will. I see Clement's car. I see McQueen's car. All of this going on as they work back out of the corner. There's Ryan Millington.
You got Ethan Johnson in the 27, Michael O'Brien in the 61.
Yeah.
You got Hefner in the 95. You got, I believe that's, you got all kinds of people up in there.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool things happening for sure, no doubt.
You got Ty Witt in the 75. Ross Dalton. 2 by 2 by 2 from about night on back. From Pimpleton and Looney.
Yeah, holy man. Wow, look at this again. Down the back stretch. Here we go in the turn. We're in the corner in the 3. That's Pimpleton. He's a former winner of this race. Mike Looney, former winner of this race as well. All going at it as they work again into turn number 4, back at 1.
So we look here on the drone cam. Drone cam down backstretch. You see them side by side.
Love that camera from right there for sure. From the aerial view, it looks like it's from the top of the video board in the infield.
Yeah, this is the drone cam. It's physically moving around. You'll see it. It'll shift. It should shift to the front stretch at one point.
Right around the speedway here now as Looney's up on the outside, opens the door. Harrison's workwear, entry number 87 on the bottom. Here comes Pimpleton, battling again for this spot. This is probably the best battle on the racetrack. Mike Looney from Catawba, North Carolina, right there in that spot. Going at it as they work their way back out of the corner. By the way, my apologies. Catawba, Virginia is actually where Mike Looney's from. And there you see now Connor Hall, Landon Huffman, they battle into the corner. What a show they're putting on. We're not done yet either.
As we look down the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see the positions gained. Looks like the 87 of Mike Looney. And about the top 16, he's the highest person other than, the 97, excuse me. The 97 of Jason Kitzmiller has moved up 14 spots since the drop of the green flag lesson.
Yeah, there's your positions gained on the pylon there on the top left to the bottom left of the monitor. And you see the highest man, Kitzmiller, the 97. That's now Connor Hall. There goes Hall. There goes Huffman. Air Doug Barnes from Mechanicsville, Maryland. He sticks his nose in the gunfight. Of course, I know he's from Mechanicsville, Maryland, but he's actually from Forest Hill, Maryland, just outside of Mechanicsville. He is right there in that mix down to the inside. And here comes Kitzmiller, the high climber of the race, as you mentioned. By the way, working lap 120 of 200, lap 75, lap 175 will be stage number 2 here, Cody.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting when we get down to 175 because it's going to be a 25-lap shootout. So, needless to say, Wesley, it's going to be a heat race with 33 cars on the racetrack at one time.
Yeah, all of this going on again as they are working their way down to the line again. All of this happening. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitch as well. I don't even think I've ever checked out the Twitch channel before in my life. So LT_Rooster1, Lieutenant Rooster.
Yep.
And we're closing in on 200 laps the distance for the race. We're closing in on, leave it at 75 laps remaining. And we are literally 52 laps to go in stage number 2 of this race. Now make it 51. And it is flying by. Remember, I got to tell you, if I feel like it's deja vu, like the real deal. You get to lap 175, everybody plays clean and green, no cautions, and then you're going to see that whole 25-lap shootout where everything comes undone, and we go to overtime, and there'll be craziness, calamity, and more. But man, these guys are all minding their P's and Q's right now. I cannot believe we went 125 laps in this race. I mean, we haven't been on the air before, less than an hour. since the drop of the green, maybe even 40 minutes. And literally, they've gone 125 laps with no caution whatsoever. Hopefully we can keep it up. We got a battle going on for the lead again. McCaskill is the leader. This is Landon Huffman and Connor Hall battling inside the top 5 is what I meant to say. As McCaskill is leading, but Quapple is closing in on him. And Peyton Sellers is ready to pounce like a coiled cobra if something goes wrong. Also, Rooster.
Oh, yes, we see Carson Quapple looking here, but here comes Peyton Sellers. I'm not sure what happened there with Carson Quapple. He's shifted up a little bit. As we see Quapple going to the outside of Deke McCaskill. I believe that's through turns 1 and 2. Not going to do it.
Boy. Hold it together, guys. McCaskill still the man out in front. Deke McCaskill from Raleigh, North Carolina. Making everybody happy tonight. He could do a big job tomorrow night as well in the big breaks tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, Wesley, now is Deke McCaskill won a grandfather clock yet?
No. No, he hasn't. Believe it or not, he's never won the big show, as they call it, right?
Right. I know Peyton Sellers won what last year.
Peyton Sellers won it last year. Yes, he did. Lane Riggs won the national championship. Him and Lane Riggs were battling for the title. By the way, Lane Riggs was in his first NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Texas with Colleague Racing. I had him on my Fox Sports Radio show Finish Line the other day. And he was highlighting and talking all about it. Yeah, man.
By the way, if you're just tuning in, this is a battle for your race lead. Deke McCaskill, Carson Quapple, and Peyton Sellers here. The top 3 battling it out for the lead if you're just tuning in.
All this going on. Another lap on the board here. Getting good.
Looks like Carson Quapple trying to get around the 08, just not the momentum he has. As we look a little bit right here to 4th and 5th, they are still side by side, but
yeah, it's amazing. This is what I thought at one point was a battle for the lead, and you got Connor Hall and Landon Huffman, man. They're going at it.
I mean, they are duking it out. And then behind them, you get
it's McCumbee.
I mean, it's crazy as we see Carson Quapple. Deke McCaskill going to get on the apron there.
All this going on with another lap on the board.
And what really blows your mind, Wesley, is these are AIs. Like,
yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah, right. This isn't, I mean, this is crazy.
I'm trying to understand what AI means. I've never heard of it. I know it's like virtual, right? I mean, it's like these are their cars.
Right, it's their cars with a computer.
Right, it's basically like if you remember when you played NFL Blitz or you played like Madden and the game started, you let the start screen start and play the intro, then it automatically went into like its own demo mode, basically. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what these are. It's like a demo mode.
Gotcha. Well, these guys know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Fun in the pun. This has not been a wreck fest by no means the imagination, and it's been actually entertaining for sure.
Right. I mean, you got the lead battle. I mean, these guys are still side by side. Like,
yeah.
I think they've been side by side since what? Since we took the green flag for stage 2.
Yeah, they're putting on a good show, man. No doubt. I'm enjoying it.
That's Landon Huffman and Connor Hall. Landon Huffman in the 22, Connor Hall in that blue number 77. And like I said, they are putting on one heck of a show here.
Cody Demers in the house. I'm Welsey Outland. Happy another day before Christmas Eve if you're a fan of late model stock car racing and motorsports. As Andy Marquise will always tell you, it's Christmas Day, but it'll be Christmas Day tomorrow. Because usually it would be going on tonight, but of course they postponed because of Tropical Storm Ophelia. The big race tomorrow. Qualifying begins on Friday. They got qualifying done. How about Bobby McCarty? New track record. Man, what a lap he put down. Look at Barnes now slipping. There's McCumbee to battle up on the outside. This continues on for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th right there going at it between Barnes, McCumbee, Looney, and Pimbleton are watching on. All of this happening now as we are approaching, 35 laps to go here in stage 2. We're going to go all the way to lap 175 here, Cody.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely gotten interesting. I'm shocked. Like, really am shocked that we have went this far with no caution.
Yeah.
You know, it amazes me. You know, with AI, how good iRacing has got these guys.
And they're doing a really, really good job, man. I can't believe it with this AI Valley Star Credit Union 300 going on here at the virtual iRacing Martinsville Speedway. You've got Barnes continuing to stay in the holding off the likes of McCumbee and Looney and Pimbleton. Landon Pimbleton, former winner of this race. He's right there in that mix. You got Brown and Hall right there behind him as well. Look at Clements. I mean, here's the deal. It's been caution-free with the exception of the caution at the end of the stage. But honestly, the racing has been really good, Cody Demers. It's not been a news fest. It's been entertaining.
Well, you know, even I talked about during the heat races that, you know, you're probably going to see single file racing, and I don't think I've seen single file racing yet.
That's yeah, very impressive what they've been doing here. Is right now Quapple still the man in front, leading the way. Sellers in second, right there in tow. The clearances, Steakhouse, Danville, Toyota, Camry from Virginia. And Raleigh, North Carolina, Steve McCaskill. At one time, he was the man leading the way. He was the Pied Piper. But now, Carson Quapple for Junior Motorsports, a defending Cars Solid Rock Carriers Late Model Stock Tour National Champion. Leading the points now, battling with Brendan Queen for the title this year in the Cars Tour. And make no mistake about it, he wants to carry a grandfather clock to Martinsville when it's all said and done tomorrow. And right now in the virtual world, he is leading that number 8 machine. Bass Pro Tracker Boats, number 8 over Sellers. McCaskill, your top 3. We're closing in on 27 to go in stage 2 at Martinsville.
Oh yeah, we look a little bit deeper here. Some of the guys we really haven't mentioned tonight, we got Minnie Tyrell, Doug Barnes, I believe that's Doug Barnes' brother, Trent Barnes, in that number 1 machine.
Barnes, yep.
Then you got Ross Dalton and Mason Diaz, Jordan Blair, Wesley, the man that passes in practice. He's about to get a low lap down here on the virtual side.
Yeah, Bobby McCarty might be struggling in this EI version, but no doubt about it, he is. The man, that's that car. There's what it looks like. That's on the pole. Or not on the pole. He's on the pole for one of the heat races. But, man, what a lap he set. And, by the way, wasn't just the pole and $5,000 last night on Flow Racing at Martinsville. Cody Demers, it was a new track record.
And I think he beat his personal old track record, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I do want to mention, though, that the 81 of Minnie Tyrell, the 92 William Hill, which is driving Lane Briggs' car, and the Curtis Lanier machine and the 2 machine are all 1 lap down. So they're not battling for position. They're trying to battle to get back on the lead lap.
And well, that goes on. We are closing in on lap 153. Next time by of 200. And the final under 25 to go in stage 2. Carson Quapple still running away with it. Wow. What a run he's got.
I'm not sure what happened to Connor Hall either.
Yeah, Connor Hall's fell back. I think they got the racing too hard and burned up their tires.
That's more than likely.
Jason Kitzmiller. That's a very popular name in the world of racing. Competes on the Cars Tour, competes on the Grand National Super Series. And even in a time or two, not afraid to get in a Legends car and racing Legends, and his son races Legends as well.
Yep. Meanwhile, though, Quapple, Bass Pro Shops Club tracker machine. He's starting to catch lap traffic. Wesley, we didn't see many cars go a lap down last stage, and I don't think we're going to see too many go down a lap down this stage.
No, I really don't, but 20 laps to go here in stage number 2, and it is still Quapple continuing to be the man up in front over McCaskill, over Sellers, working the end of stage 2. This race is, I'm blown away. I cannot believe that we've gone 156 laps of 200. There has been no caution, no yellow flags. Literally, these guys, I know it's a virtual ride, but they have just been on their A game. Nobody has done anything aggressively, but Cody, we haven't got to that 25-lap shootout in stage 3, and I honestly think, bold prediction, this is when the fireworks will really begin.
Oh yeah, definitely think you're going to see a little bit more aggression. You're going to see these guys that have been riding in the back, kind of learning the track, showing their steps. You're going to see them try to more so push. As we see Quapple starting to come there on the back of McCarty with about 15 laps to go here. Looks like Blair getting really loose there off of 2 down into 3.
Yeah, another lap on the board here. Watching all this happening is closing in on lap 160 next time by.
Looks like we got somebody in the chat, and I want to appreciate all 8 people watching on Facebook and everybody that's watching on the Twitch. Looks like we got somebody in the chat asking possible aggression towards the end.
Well, that's what I'm thinking as well. I think the same thing. I think we'll definitely see a little more bumping and banging and rubbing and short tempers down the stretch. Patience will go out the window in that third and final stage with that 25-lap shootout on deck in about another 15 laps from now. All the while, Carson Quapple running down Bobby McCarty. He's your fast man in the real world in Martinsville yesterday. He's about to go a lap down. Mason Diaz about to go a lap down. All this going on as they work in a turn 2.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, man out front in the real world, he's going a lap down here, but hopefully he'll get a good start, you know, with him qualifying on the pole, starting on the pole heat race. He can win the heat race and not have to start in the back and not have to worry about this, but you never know. I've seen crazier things happen at this race in real life, and never would we think 163 laps in, Wesley, we'd be caution-free and only 4 cars a lap down.
Working to the final, under 10 laps, closing in on 10 laps remaining, I meant to say. Lap 163, now 164 flashes on the scoreboard of 175. And that's the number right now that we're kind of pinpointing. As right now, I know there's 46 laps to go in the race. But with that being said, lap 175, there will be that second yellow flag of the event for the stage break caution. And it comes down to track position or wanting to go down the pit road and make that run to the finish on new tires and fuel, Cody Demers. And I think that will be also a bold strategy decision a lot of these guys, front runners, are going to have to make. But in about 10 more laps as we approach lap 175.
Oh yeah, I definitely think you're going to see these guys come back down the pit road, get fresh tires, fresh rubber. We were just talking about, I think a lot of these guys have burnt their stuff up, and they're just kind of, you know, holding out as we see the Carson Brown machine go underneath the 87 of Mike Looney, a previous winner here. Cool thing about Mike Looney, Wesley, I actually became a fan of Mike Looney when I found out when he won the Martinsville race, he was the only guy on the premises in an open trailer.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like a six-pack moment. I remember actually that moment as well because I was working TV and radio with Race 22 radio back in the day as well with Langley Austin and Andy Marquise and Corey Latham and Kimberly Austin, everybody there. And we actually, I remember Mike Looney literally staying in the media center for, I think it was 2.5, 3 hours because the media was swarming and they talked to him. They were asking him questions. It was really, really cool. And I remember that that race he won was the night, if you remember, where him and Lee Pulliam like ran up on top of one another's cars coming out of the checkered flag out of turn 4. Lee Pulliam's car was airborne. He tried to drive over the driver's side left of the car. and coming to the finish of the race. And this is before Martinsville had lights, and they were racing in nighttime. They was racing in the daytime, and actually they were literally racing until dusk because, it was literally all they could do to literally finish the race before nightfall. It was dark was setting in. Dark was setting in, and I remember Mike Looney stayed with us on the radio. We had a 2-hour post-race show on radio, and he stayed there for another hour, talking to the media, talking to TV, taking it all in. Hey, Lynn Carroll, Shane Laws, all those guys are tearing down my car. I'm soaking it all in. I know I'm going to pass inspection. I'm enjoying time with the media right now, and man, just to hear some of the stories he had was phenomenal. But right now, as we're approaching the end of Stage 2, here at Martinsville, at the virtual Martinsville on this Saturday night, it is all Carson Quapple. The question is, though, Cody, what's going to happen in Stage 3 as the laps wind down here? He is still trying to get by lap traffic going into Turn 3.
Yeah, and I believe I'm hearing from Race Control that Bobby McCarty and Curtis Lanier. Bobby McCarty will be the lucky dog, and Curtis Lanier will be getting the waiver round. Coming into stage number 3. So definitely been interesting as you're going to see the thing pop up on the screen again. When they complete this lap.
Yeah, they're going to call for a yellow flag here when they complete lap 175. And here it comes. Yellow flag on the board as they will call for the yellow flag. Next time by, there it is, waiting for all the top 10 across the line, and the caution has been summoned. Well, 175 laps, 2 cautions, and they've only been because of the end of the stages. 25 to go. Katie bar the door. Race fans that are watching, getting your fix in before the big real show tomorrow afternoon at the Paperclip at Martinsville, Virginia, or Ridgeway, Virginia, actually, is where the track is located. By the way, Clark Sawyer Clay Campbell wanted me to let everybody know, Clay Campbell did want me to let everyone know that there are still tickets available. Clay Campbell wants to let everyone know tickets are still available for the race tomorrow. You can literally walk up on race day and buy your tickets, Cody, for that event, for sure. But if not, or you can't make it, Flow Racing will have broadcast coverage beginning at 12:30 Eastern Time. 1 o'clock will be the green flag for the qualifier races. And then 5 o'clock, the Valley Star Credit Union 300. It'll be on Flow Racing. It will be on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR as well, at MRN.com and radio affiliates in the Speedway area. And I'll tell you what, Cody, it's always one of the coolest events of the year. I've always enjoyed being a part of Martinsville as long as I have had the privilege to, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And sorry, I don't mean to change the subject, but looks like Jonathan Goodwin is in the Facebook. He said, I'd like to hear what Bobby has to say about this, LOL, referring to when Bobby was going a lap down. Bobby probably would have some words to say to that. Knowing he was going a lap down, he was fast fan on the board in real life. So,
yeah, man, he set a blistering pace yesterday in qualifying, no doubt. But again, by the way, this is just a sim, if you will. It's not the real deal, and obviously, I would tell you, if you're a betting man, definitely put Bobby McCarty in your chips to be one of the guys to win the race tomorrow, hands down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's crazy because he actually used to be in Landon Huffman's car that Landon Huffman drives, and then
that's by Nelson.
Yep, and then when he went to the RNS race cars, it was I was confused on why he did it, but I mean, maybe he done it for the better. You know what I mean? 175 down though.
That's right.
Still no cautions.
20, ready to see how all this shakes out. It's ready to see this 25 lap shootout. Gonna be fun.
Wesley, I'm gonna say either Peyton Sellers or Huffman's gonna come back and win this thing.
You think so?
Yeah, as we get into one to go here. I'm gonna say Sellers or Huffman. I think, and I say that because I feel like they've been patient. Even Huffman led the whole first 100 laps, and then, into the end there, and then, he's been patient, he's been riding. I think I'm gonna go with Huffman or Sellers to win this thing.
This is going to be fun. Let's see how it all shakes down as they work their way back to the Geico restart zone. Shootout time at Martinsville. And then there was stage number 3, and then there was only 25 laps to go. Back to the Geico restart zone. Field comes up to speed to the flag stand. Green flag goes in the air. 25 laps to decide the 2023 virtual Valley Star Credit Union 300 to back it away into.
Side by side down the backstretch. Here comes Deep McCaskill. Deep McCaskill powering it up. Remember, this is like a heat race. 25 laps to go. These guys are going to be pressuring it. Deep McCaskill powering on the outside. Down off into 1. We're 1 and 2, Weston.
McCaskill outside lane. Here comes Quapple back to the bottom. Sellers watches on. He won this race last year. Now, car length by a half. It's going to be Quapple on the bottom. Up the hill goes McCaskill. They run each other almost up the racetrack. Here comes Connor Hall. He'll look after Huffman. Battle for the lead again into turn 1.
Yeah, Huffman and Hall trying to get to his back of Sellers. But meanwhile, these guys are still side by side. 3 laps into the stage number 3, and neither one of them's giving an inch. McCaskill's got the edge through 3 and 4. Off at turn number 4. Still side by side. Here comes Sellers down the front stretch into 1, Wesley.
And the lap of the board here comes now McCaskill up the hill one more time. Now Quapple down on the bottom. Carson Quapple put him back to the lead. Now, down the back stretch. McCaskill battles back. Here comes now Huffman. He'll close in with Sellers. 4 cars now for the win. 20 to go, and they come to the line at Martinsville.
And Wesley, we talked about it earlier, aggression, and we haven't seen it yet, but it's still a little ways to go. You think 20 laps is a short way, not around Martinsville. These cars, it's a long ways for 20 laps. And Deep McCaskill is not giving an inch.
No, he's not. 20 laps to go now officially here at Martinsville. Ready to settle it out here in stage 3. Good hard racing. Everyone respecting one another on the track as McCaskill being battles up the hill. McCaskill on the top to the safer barrier. It is now Quapple on the bottom. He'll pull away again. Huffman, Sellers, Hall watching this go on as they work 2.
And we talked about it a while ago. We got 19 to go. We talked about it. Huffman, him and Sellers are coming, but McCaskill looks like Quapple's going to clear him here down the front stretch. And you got to begin to wonder, Wesley, would that hurt McCaskill's tires? And he's trying again as they work off into 1 and 2 down the back stretch.
Yeah, he'll try to make another run after him. Down the back straightaway. Carson Quapple. McCaskill. Here comes now Sellers. Clearances Steakhouse 26 up on the outside. Battling with Landon Huffman. Landon Huffman looks strong when the race started now. He's kind of falling back. He's got to get back up on that high horse. Make something happen. The leaders pull away. 16 to go into turn 3 when they come to the line.
Yeah, McCaskill trying to make that outside work. It looks like he's going to go to the outside here, Wesley. Down the front stretch. So we got a battle for your race lead again. Side by side down to turn number 1. McCaskill on the outside.
Down to turn 1, McCaskill on the bottom. He almost hit the rumble strips there on the bottom, and it hurt him in the turtles. Here comes McCaskill. He'll reel into the outside. Looking now. Outside McCaskill. Inside Quapple. Nose to nose, side by side. 15 to go.
McCaskill's going to clear him. Down into 1. Not yet, though. Here comes Quapple. Quapple back to the bottom. Trying to use that curve and trying to use the momentum, but McCaskill is going to go to the lead. Your new race leader here at Martinsville.
New leader back to the lead again. He led earlier in this race, if you remember, and it is now the driver, Deke McCaskill, the pride out of Raleigh, North Carolina, leads the way. He now has Quapple back to second. Here comes Sellers battling with Huffman. This is for third.
Here comes Landon Huffman. Huffman trying to get around Sellers. Not going to do it, though. Nope, he's going to try to tuck back in. Sellers going to shift up a little bit. Here comes the 22. Back down to the bottom, down the back stretch. And Wesley, everybody's getting slicing and dicing again here.
Yeah, they're getting a little antsy, and they'll fan back out single file. At least the top 5 cars are. A little in the back, they're getting side by side, but honestly, things settling. Look at this now. All this happening behind the leaders as it's frantic in the back. Look at Pembleton. Pembleton battles here with McCumbee, Looney. All this going on now. This is going on in the middle of the pack, top 20. And while that happens, we're closing in. 10 laps to go. 10 to go. It's McCaskill leading them to the line here at Martinsville.
And don't count out Carson Quapple. Carson Quapple is still right there within grasp. One slip by the number 08 of Deke McCaskill. Quapple's right back in it as they work into 3. But as it looks right now, Deke McCaskill set his sense to be here, the winner here, the NASCAR Virtual Valley Star Credit Union 300.
Just gotta hold on. Single digits, anything can happen. Look at those brake rotors glowing cherry red, especially on the right front of the 08 machine. Holds his line. Working off the corner. Perfect precision. 8 remaining. Looking for that virtual grandfather clock. Deke McCaskill leading over Quapple into turn number 2 to the backstretch at Martinsville.
Quapple about 3.3 behind him, and he's closing in, Wesley, as they work to 7 to go.
7 laps to go now. Hold on to that spot, kid. Deke McCaskill holding off now. Carson Quapple, he's coming after him again down in the corner. Time running out. Shades of the hourglass and the grains of sand running out shortly to the end here. And all the while, Quapple making one final charge. Can he close in? Here comes the big front end of the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats 8, running down the rear end of the 08 of Deke McCaskill to the line. Open hand from your flagman. 5 to go here at Martinsville this time by.
Yeah, and these top 2 are making it good, and we're about to put on a show. Marty the iRacing flagman showed up 5 to go. Wesley, the top 2 are still in it. It's still nobody's race. Carson Quapple, all it takes is one mistake by the 08, and I don't even think he's going to use a mistake. He's going to go to the outside. We got a battle for the lead off of 4.
He thought about going to the outside. He lost momentum. He's going to carry that momentum up the straightaway into turn 1. Up the hill. Quapple tries to battle to the lead on the outside. Outside. Here comes McCaskill. He'll throw the block and stay to the inside, and they'll run each other up the track into turn number 3. Wow.
3 laps to go.
3 to go. They're not done yet. McCaskill, Quapple, one for the ages, even if it's on iRacing. Going at it side by side into turn number 3, Cody Demers.
McCaskill, Quapple not giving it out. Here they come, 2 to go. Next time by white flag. And it's going to be a show.
Oh, this going on, buddy, with now 2 laps to go. Quapple on the outside. McCaskill back to the inside. They're on the back straightaway, and Quapple makes the outside work into turn 3.
Here comes Quapple. Quapple trying to make it work. McCaskill on the bottom. McCaskill not giving up yet, though. White flag in the air. Down the front stretch. Into 1. Through 1. McCaskill looks a lot better. Wesley carry him to the end.
Final time around, Quapple up the outside. McCaskill stays hugged at the bottom of the racetrack as he's done all night. He slips again. Quapple's got momentum. He'll pull away by half a car length as Huffman pulls in. Here they come to the line. McCaskill on the bottom. It's Quapple. He wins. Quapple wins on the outside. Quapple. Carson Quapple, Junior Motorsports, winner of the virtual EI Valley Star Credit Union 300. Can the real man from Mooresville make it reality tomorrow afternoon in Virginia?
What a race, Wesley. What a race.
Wow. That last 10 laps was worth the price of admission, in my opinion.
Right. And the crazy part is, we weren't even charging admission.
and listen, they didn't crash each other either. I mean, they could have wrecked. We could have seen cars tore up. Listen, I know it's the sim. Look, put that on the board. Put that as a race summary. Screenshot that shit. Pardon my language. 200. No cautions except the 2 cautions for the stage breaks. That was it.
Wow.
That was all cautions for. That was it. They put on a phenomenal show.
The lead changes. Look at the lead changes.
13 lead changes, and that lead change was the last one coming to the line here. Quapple and McCaskill. What a show they put. It was a good one. It was a good one, brother.
Looking here at your results, Deke McCarson Quapple with a win. Deke McCaskill comes home second. Landon Huffman third. Peyton Sellers fourth. Connor Hall comes home fifth. Doug Barnes Jr. comes home sixth. Jason Kitzmiller seventh. Myself, I was in the race, eighth. Landon Hamilton ninth. Chad McCumbee comes home 10th. We'll let you carry him out top 20.
That'd be the best damn finish of your career, isn't it, Cody?
right. With the best of the best.
Cody, 11th. Bird is 12th. Carson Brown, 13th. Brandon Clements and David Hall, the top 15. Ethan Johnson, Blake Lothian, Trent Barnes, Connor Langley, Michael O'Brien, your top 20.
Ross Dalton coming home 21st. Mason Diaz comes home 22nd. Ryan Millington 23rd. Cameron Bolin 24th. Vente Salas comes home 25th. Brendan Queen comes home 26th. Hoping he doesn't finish there tomorrow night, but stuff could happen. Jacob Hefner 27th. 28th is Jordan Blair, and actually Jordan Blair is actually there working and helping on William Sawalich's car.
There you go.
So the cool thing about him, Ty Witt comes home 29th. William Hill comes home 30th. We'll let Wesley carry him out.
Curtis Lanier, Bobby McCarty, fast qualifier, new track record yesterday. I have no doubt that will be BS tomorrow. Unless somebody takes him out, Vinny Tyrell and Ryan Demers, they'll finish in the 34th position. So, hey, listen, we're going to jump off here because obviously we can't really get their real thoughts. And I mean, I could try to call Carson Quapple up right now.
He's like, what? I just went on iRacing?
I'm going to call his ass right now. Call him up and put it over the board. What do you think? Think I should do it?
Let's
do it. One for the road. I'm going to call Carson Quapple here.
Oh, my goodness.
This is going to be good. I have his number, so.
He's going to be like, man, I just battled with Deke McCaskill. What?
Yeah.
I just ran a 200-lap race with no cautions. What do you mean?
For real. You think I'm playing, but I'm not. Stand by.
You. Okay.
Hey, man.
Hey, Carson, it's Wesley. So I just want to let you know that we had a virtual mock iRacing Valley Star 300, and you won it, so you better win it tomorrow afternoon.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, battle with Deke McCaskill.
I'm honestly confused right now.
So there was a iRacing mock Valley Star 300. Okay.
Okay.
And I was in the play-by-play booth for it. You won the race over Deke McCaskill. So hopefully you can carry that as a good luck charm in tomorrow's.
You battled with him for 7 laps. You didn't just win it. And I want him to know he didn't just win it.
I don't know.
You know.
We'll see. I think you're pretty good with her, Mom, honestly.
There you go. Well, you get you a good night's rest, Carson, and thanks, man, for what you do with the racing world, and be safe tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
All right, brother. There you go.
All right, see ya.
Yes, sir.
And there's a word with your race winner.
Hey, Cody, you thought I was playing with you, didn't you?
No, I believe you. I believed you. Yeah, there's no telling you probably got Kevin Harvick's number in your phone.
I do, but I'm not calling him. All right, so well, there you go. Maybe it'll be a good luck charm tomorrow for Carson Quapple in Junior Motorsports. Defending Cars Tour champion, but of course, he picks up the win on the outside over Deke McCaskill and Landon Huffman. All those cars and drivers and stars and more will be a part of the real 2023 Valley Star Credit Union 300. It will be tomorrow afternoon from the Paperclip at Martinsville Speedway. Clay Campbell still said tickets are available. Sweet tickets are available. Grandstand tickets, purchasing them at the box office gate. It's not like NASCAR where you gotta get the tickets in advance and hope that you get some on race day. This is one of those stand at the line, get tickets events for sure. But I'm sure it'll be a great crowd Sunday afternoon for everybody that's wanted to have daytime racing back again at Martinsville. You're gonna get it tomorrow. Qualifying races begin at 1:00. The big show is 200 laps at 5 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be on Flow Racing. It will be on the Motor Racing Network. And maybe Carson Quapple will win it. Cody, your final thoughts, buddy. Thanks for bringing me in here tonight to join you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming here. It was fun. Man, my thing is, if they run 200 laps with no cautions tomorrow night, this place should be packed next year. Because that was crazy. I mean, I thought Deep McCaskill had it. I really did. For whether it be AI, real life, whatever. That was amazing to me for Carson Quapple to run Deep McCaskill back down, battle side by side for 4 laps, and go and power on the outside, Wesley. Somewhere, the outside. Anybody will tell you the outside is not the place to be at Martinsville. So for
now, whether you call it AI or EI or whatever the hell it is, it was entertaining. And as I said, I know it went caution free, but it was an entertaining race. It was a good show. It was a great race, and down to the end, final 15 laps, and those guys battled with each other. I think the 2 fastest cars put on a show, and hopefully we see the same thing tomorrow for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, that's all for me and Wesley here, and for everybody here on my Facebook. We're going to be playing some Call of Duty on LT_Rooster1 on Twitch. We're going to be riding in my birthday over on the Twitch channel. Make sure y'all come over there and join and hang out. You're more than welcome to play if you have Call of Duty. That's going to do it here at Martinsville, though, for me and Wesley. And hopefully they put on a show for you guys like that tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, heat races, 1 o'clock, green flag, 5 o'clock, flow racing, motor racing network. Who will be the winner of the real Valley Star Credit Union 300? And closing tonight for Cody Demers. This is Wesley Outland, of course, on Elevated Broadcasting. Congratulations to Junior Motorsports Carson Quapple. You even heard from him. Winner tonight of the version of the Valley Star Mock Credit Union 300. Good night from Martinsville.